Yo, guys, what's up? Welcome to Primetime Poulton. I'm Mark Poulton, comic book writer, and today we are talking X-Men, X of Swords. And I was today years old when I found out that X of Swords means 10 of Swords. It makes sense, though. X is the Roman numeral for 10, so 10 of Swords, which plays into the this big X-Men event, which we'll get into. But before we get into that, for people that are new to my channel, I'm a comic book writer, written for DC Comics, Image Comics. I'm the writer and co-creator of Graveyard Shift, which we just finished up our Indiegogo campaign for our third volume. And I currently have a new Indiegogo campaign up for US Assassin, which we introduced through Graveyard Shift Volume 2. This is US Assassin Volume 2. I'm going to share the Indiegogo page with you guys so we can all check it out together. Now, US Assassin is, well, you know what? I'm going to play the video and let you guys watch for yourself. Then I'll talk about it. So there you guys have it. US Assassin Book 2, Enter Zero Face. Mike McMahon and myself were back for another volume. Our government super ninja, Joe Knight, finds himself in the basement of a building, doesn't know how he got there. And much like Bruce Lee's Game of Death or The Raid, he has to fight his way out of this building. Each level, a new threat, a new supervillain form to fight. This book was a lot of fun to work on. It's one of my favorite properties that I have, along with Graveyard Shift and my upcoming books, Sea Dog and Viking Wolf. But I'm going to go through some of the reward tiers. Our featured tier is the fan pack, where you get the book 1 reprint featuring that awesome Spider-Man homage cover by Mark Yoon, book 2, and a sketch from Mike McMahon. So all that for $75, I feel is a great deal. Only 7 people have claimed this right now, so I feel like this is your best value. Get in on it. There's 16 days left in the campaign. Then we have our $25 tier, and that's just book 2, the graphic novel. All these things signed by me. Another $25 reward tier is just book 1. If you missed out on US Assassin through Graveyard Shift or through our Second Chance campaign, and you don't want to go all in, but you still want to try it out, this is a good reward for you. You get the book 1 reprint, or if you're just like a big Spider-Man collector and you want that homage cover, pick that up. Then we also have the book 2 Kevin Sharp variant. Kevin Sharp from Dragon Guard was awesome enough to do a cover for us. Looks fantastic. Here's a better look at it. This cover is going to be colored. It's in the process of being colored right now. We also have one other variant cover, and that is by former Extreme Studio artist Cedric Nakan. This is a wraparound cover, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I know right in the thumbnail you can barely make it out because there's so much detail in it. This might be a better view for you, but there's a lot going on here. I told him to go crazy with Bazooka Dog, and he did just that. Bazooka Dog has a million guns popping out of his back. This is one of my favorite pieces of artwork, and I'm lucky enough to own the original. This is under ordered, so definitely jump on this. This will probably be the rarest US Assassin book there is, so you definitely want to make sure you get this. Also for $25, we have the Spider-Man homage t-shirt featuring the Mark Yoon artwork. Now, all of these are also available as add-ons, so if you see a reward tier that doesn't include like the variant covers or the t-shirts, just add it on when you go to checkout. We got the double tap. You get 2 copies of book 2 for $40. The action pack, book 1 and 2 for $50. Then we got the triple threat, $75. You get the first printing of volume 1, the volume 1 reprint, and book 2, and then the Patriot pack. You get those 3 books plus a sketch from Mike McMahon. And I fulfilled our second chance campaign, and Mike sent me his sketches. His sketches are top notch, man. You're gonna really want to sketch from Mike. Then for $200, this is limited to 15. It's our U.S. Assassin Footlocker. Now this is a collector's box, and it comes with all 5 books that we're offering in this campaign, plus an exclusive trading card, a print, and not only a sketch from Mike, but a sketch from myself. Little did you guys know I can draw. I'm a pretty good artist, if I do say so myself. So you'll get 2 sketches, all 5 books, the print, the trading card. This is a great deal for $200, man. There's only 5 left. I took a gamble on these. I got the boxes already made up. So I wanted to, I was a little leery of how many I should get. So I went with 15. We already sold 10. Only 5 remain with 16 days left in the campaign. I'm feeling really good about this. I think we can sell out of them. I would absolutely love if we could sell out of them. And then finally, we have the retailer pack for $300. You get 10 copies of the book 1 reprint, 10 copies of book 2. You get a bunch of promo items. Now I want to stress all these promo items that the retailers are getting. These are everything my backers are getting. It's nothing new. It's nothing that they haven't had a chance to get either through our second chance campaign or this current campaign. But they also get a 24 by 36-inch poster for their store that shows that they proudly sell U.S. Assassin. Now, you don't have to be a retailer if you want to get this. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. If you want 10 copies of book 1 and book 2, go for it. I'm going to have this book delivered hopefully before Christmas. So if you have 9 friends that you would love to give U.S. Assassin to, go for it. I think it would be the perfect gift, perfect stocking stuffer. You can't go wrong with a patriotic comic with a badass assassin, a ninja assassin. You can't go wrong. Plus, you get to keep that poster for yourself. Let's take another look at this poster. The cool thing about this poster, it features our villain Slither. Ugh, easy for me to say. Take a shot. Slither is our villain that my son created when he was about 6 years old. He created this cool monster that has 3 snakes for a tongue. And, Mike and I thought he would make a great addition to the book. And we were right. He's one of our favorite characters after probably Bazooka Dog. So that's my campaign. I would love for you to check it out. Tell a friend about it. We got lots of great rewards. And one cool thing about that campaign is it's going to lead into book 2 leads right into book 3 of U.S. Assassin. Now, I keep trying to hype book 3 up, but I feel like the best way to hype this up is by showing Cedric Nakan's artwork for it. He did this piece for us, and there we see our guy, our super ninja, U.S. Assassin. And who's this guy he's fighting? One of my other creations, Professor Blood. So hint, hint, book 3, big battles coming. Has U.S. Assassin met his match? We'll see. But we're going to officially announce this in December. And the cool thing about this now is, I make no bones about it. U.S. Assassin, heavily influenced by my love of G.I. Joe. One of the cool things about G.I. Joe was they incorporated real people into the book. Sergeant Slaughter was a member of G.I. Joe. William the Refrigerator Perry was a member of G.I. Joe. And now we're going to carry that tradition on with U.S. Assassin. We're going to announce a member of the U.S. Assassin team for book 3. I'm really excited about this. What's up, Edwin? Thanks for watching, man. Hail. And I'm really excited about this. I think it'll bring a new audience to our book. Not only that, but the person who we've signed a licensing agreement with, he has just such a great look. He's going to fit in perfectly with our cast of characters from U.S. Assassin. But that's enough of me shilling right now. We're here to talk about X-Men, X of Swords, Ten of Swords. I have a confession to make. I haven't kept up with the X-Men in 25 years. I'm what's called a lapsed reader. I haven't been paying attention to the X-Men. I think like Age of Apocalypse was like my last big hurrah with the X-Men. The 90s were absolutely awesome for the X-Men. I did kind of, dip my feet back in with the X-Men for Avengers versus X-Men, but I wasn't buying all the books. When I heard about X of Swords, I decided I'm going to go all in on this. I told my LCS to order all the copies for me. It's 22 parts, 22 issues, spanning the entire X line. So I was a little excited, but also a little nervous because I haven't heard good things about the X-Men. I get a lot of my X-Men news just from my Twitter feed, usually by Rob Liefeld, talking about it. From what I heard, the X-Men are now like the plant people, or they come from pods. Very crazy, a little sketchy, if you ask me. But I decided to give this a go. And I want to say I've read part one. This is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm honestly surprised. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to. I have it right here. Part one. This was written by Jason Aaron and Teenie Howard. Now, these are names I've heard of before, but I have to be honest, I couldn't name you one Jason Aaron book or one Teenie Howard book. I'm not sure if I've ever read anything from them. The story's good. The artwork, I feel like that was the high point of the book. The artist is Pepe Larraz. I hope I'm saying that right. But he was the star on this for me. Basically, the plot of this is the X-Men are now living on an island, Krakoa, I believe it's called. And Krakoa used to be part of a bigger island, but it split into two, Krakoa and Akaro. I honestly don't know if I'm saying this right, but now these two islands are divided and they're connected by the other world, which is all these like banished demons or evil mutants hang out in the other world now. And Apocalypse, who apparently is a good guy now, uh, like I said, I haven't been keeping up, at least he's an ally of the X-Men. He wants to bring Krakoa and Akaro together, build a bridge between the two islands, so can bring these two islands together to help the mutants. So he goes to the council of the elite mutants, and he tells them their idea. They're not thrilled with it, but the Krakoa island is living. So they have Doug Ramsey talk to the island, and he thinks it's a good idea. He wants to be unified again with his other half. So Apocalypse puts together a team. It's like Havoc, Polaris, a few others, and they have to go through the other world to get to this other island. Now, Apocalypse has other devious plans. He's Apocalypse. Come on, man. You know what's up. His children, the original four horsemen are his children, and they are trapped in the other world. And this is actually a pretty touching moment. He's like I feel like the artist Pepe, he did a great job depicting this, but you could just sense like the emotion in Apocalypse when he was reunited with his children. And as a father, that pulls at my heartstrings, but his children, they weren't so happy to see dad, and they shiv him. And this is what starts off X of Swords. But overall, I like this issue, but I do have some gripes with it. My major gripe is there's a lot of I feel like wasted real estate here. We get a lot of white pages with black text on it. And I think I counted like over 6 pages that could have just been cool artwork. Now, in this book, your artist Pepe, he's your biggest asset. Another page. Look at all this text. I like a book that's a quicker read. This took me actually a couple sittings to get through it. Now, if you did, instead of all these text pages, more text. Put in some more text. If you put in like some nice splash pages, let your artist shine, man. Come up with some really cool stuff for him to draw. You know, this would have had a bigger feel to it. You know, the X-Men comics, the event comics of the 90s, you know, that's the last time I was a reader. They felt so epic, so large in scale. And you had guys like Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Whilce Portacio, Larry Stroman. They were all like flexing their muscles, showing how great they were, you know, with these awesome splash pages or double page spreads. I would have loved to have seen this incorporated into the first part of X of Swords. I figure like it would give it a more epic feel. You know, more white pages with black text. I mean, this, you know, they're showing like maps of the other world and all the kingdoms in it. You know, give me some cool art instead. I'd rather have cool art. But anyway, Apocalypse gets turned on. So Jean Grey and Cyclops' kids are the ones that figure out that everything's not on the up and up. They're reading the mind of someone who was injured in the other world, Banshee. They're reading Banshee's mind, I believe. And first off, I got to talk about Cable. Cable's like this teenage boy now. He went from being the most badass, you know, character in all the X universe, in my opinion. I mean, I'm a big Liefeld guy, so I'm probably partial. But now he's like this scrawny teenager. I think they were trying to get him to look like a young Josh Brolin. He comes off looking like a cross between Josh Brolin and or Ricky from My So-Called Life. That's like I'm dating myself with that reference, but seriously, he is super scrawny here. Let me see if I can find an image of him. You know, there he is, right there. So you know, gone are the days of Cable being this big, bulky, presence. I feel like the two most intimidating mutants, Apocalypse and Cable, they've kind of really did a number on their look, and not for the best. So Cable's like a young guy now, but he's always been getting younger and younger. I mean, when Rob first created him, he was like old man Cable, just big and this burly, old grizzled soldier. And then when Rob came back in the early 2000s, I guess, to do like Cable and X-Force and Shatterstar miniseries, Cable looked a lot younger, more streamlined, less battle damage, I guess. And now he's like 18, I would guess 18 years old. But him and his sister Rachel, I believe, I don't know. I'm like 25 years out of the loop. They figure out what's going on, that it's all been a trap set by the Horsemen, actually set by this woman Magistrix. She's like a tarot reader. This is one thing they did really cool with the artwork. She was reading tarot cards, and each card they depicted on each page as she did the reading. This is really cool, actually. And it's a chance for the artist Pepe Larraz to flex his muscles. I mean, look at this. This is awesome right here. This is something that grabbed my attention. I was like, oh, who is this? I want to learn more about this character. So overall, I would give it a thumbs up. Maybe like a 6.5, a 7 on a scale of a 1 to 10. But I'm looking forward to reading part 2. I told my LCS to get me every issue. I'm going all in. So when I read part 2, I'll do another update. But overall, I enjoyed it. There's some cool stuff in here. The other world has some cool creatures. Got like this guy. Early on, there's some cool, like demonic looking creatures that the four horsemen control. Where can I find them? There you go. It kind of got a venomish look to them. So thumbs up. 6.5, 7 out of 10. I only expect this to get better, especially as I learn more about what's going on with the X-Men. Apparently, they have left mankind and they're on this island, just all the mutants by themselves. So it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to catching up with them because back in the day, the X-Men were where it's at, man. 90s X-Men were awesome. Part of the reason why I wanted to create comics because guys like Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Mark Silvestri, Will Portacio, Larry Stroman, Joe Quesada, they were all, kicking ass on the X books. So, they made comics cool. But that's about it for this issue. I'm looking forward to part 2. Before we go, though, one more thing. I'd just like to show off U.S. Assassin one last time. There's only 16 days left in the campaign, so I would appreciate it if you gave it a look, shared it with a friend. Here we go. We got book 1 available, plenty of variants. We got book 2, plenty of variants for it. We got a reprint of book 1. Here's some of the interior artwork. Cool villains like Dr. Splotch. New heroes like Sensei Steel. Old favorites like Slither. Joe realizes that he's, that the person responsible for all this is a former member of the U.S. Assassin program. So we learn a lot about his past, his history. Here's our awesome Spider-Man homage cover and our retailer poster. Oh, one great thing about this campaign, at the end of our 60-day campaign, right before we go in demand, Mike and I are going to give away the original artwork to the cover of book 2. Mike was generous enough to donate it to the campaign. So around 3 a.m. on closing night of the campaign, Mike and I were going to randomly pick a backer number, and they're going to get this awesome cover. So you have to back to be eligible for this. You have to back within the first 60 days. We will go in demand, but we're gonna turn this book around really quick. All the artwork's done. It's being colored right now. So I expect to have this in readers' hands, at least the domestic, not retailers, in backers' hands before Christmas. So I'd appreciate if you checked it out. And guys, thanks for watching, man. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton, hit the notifications, and I will see you next time when we're talking part 2, X-Men, X of Swords, 10 of Swords. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.